What is you mentioned also when we were prepping for the interview a particular course that you took. It's called the Psychology of Grief. Could you talk to us just a little bit about that?
So yes, it is. It's called the psychology of grief. And since we actually service families, this particular program teaches you to identify the 6 stages of grief. And many times, when you're not when you're new in the business, you don't understand why someone comes in and they're angry, or someone's coming in and they display certain behaviors. So this particular course teaches you to identify the different stages of grief so that you are able to best serve families. However, if this is your calling, if this is your true vocation, then you're able to attack grief for me on a spiritual level, on an intellectual level as well. So, many times families come in and they're angry, or they're just grief stricken, or they don't know what to do, they're bewildered. And if in fact you have trained well, and this is the industry that you've been called into, you're able to attack the grief from not only a spiritual standpoint, but an intellectual standpoint, thereby making it an art. And that's pretty much what service is when you become a servant in this particular field. You want to make
Oh,
sure that you can alleviate
mhm.
much of the stress, much of the grief. You can never really alleviate all of it, but a family should feel a lot better when they're walking out of your doors for service than when they first came in.
So we thank you for sharing that information about the Psychology of Grief course, which is part of this like comprehensive training that you receive.